Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Martin here from Rip Kodiak, your favorite Chad from Pulled on His Back. What's up, guys? Welcome back. So, tonight, gentlemen, I have a very, very interesting topic for y'all. And it's something that is not really discussed a lot online. But hey, get this. If you're attractive and you're watching this, you have little to no competition. Zero competition. Literally. Seriously, guys. Because, guys, most men today, they're unattractive. They're not working out. They're lazy. They're bums. They're complaining all the time. They have no style, no nothing, bro. And so, today, seriously, you're alone, bro. You're a maverick. I'm going to tell you exactly why you have no competition. Because you need to understand this. So, point number one. First of all, you have to know that when you're attractive as a guy, you're competing in your own lane. You have your own little competition game. Because most guys today, they usually need to compensate for their lack of looks. And guys, this is why so many men are waking up. This is why so many young men and teens are, subscribing to this idea of looks maxing. They want to enhance their looks. They want to become better looking. Why? Because they know that today it's a big deal. Being attractive, being fit, having a good face card, bro, it's important. We can't neglect it. And so a lot of men today, especially all these red pill guys, I feel like for a really, really long time, they've completely negated looks. They've talked down on it, right? So a lot of men today, they're going after money. They're going after status. They're going after clout. They're going after all these superficial metrics to try to impress women. But guys, it's usually conditional. So if you meet a guy who has a lot of money, but he's unattractive, he has nothing to show for except his money. Women usually sense that. Women are so used to all these weak men with money or status. And guys, you can't negotiate real attraction. I'm telling you, guys, seriously, I'm not trying to be a dumbass here. I'm not trying to be a clown or some arrogant prick. You can't debate raw attraction. And I've been in so many situations in life where I was talking to a guy, or I had friends who had a lot of money, and bro, I could always see their girl looking my way, even though I was not giving her any kind of choosing signals. That's not my thing. That's not my cup of tea, bro. I don't want to steal someone's chick, but hey, that's female nature in a nutshell. She's gonna look your way. She's gonna scan you up and down. Why? Because you're appealing in her eyes. You're sexy. You're hot. And so you can't debate this, bro. It is natural. It is biological. And so a lot of men today, they want to compensate with money, with clout, with boats, with yachts, with houses, bro. A lot of men also try to compensate with game, with all these techniques, with, social skills, with confidence, which doesn't really work long term because most guys are not confident. But with you, bro, it's a whole different ballgame. You're competing like you're a whole different boat. Seriously. I know this sounds like it sounds like I'm boosting my own horn. I'm not trying to be magnanimous. But let's face it, we have it easier. This is a massive, massive advantage we have above all these guys. Which brings me to my next point. And guys, studies confirm this. Dating apps, social media, bro, this is all confirmed on paper. Women usually sort attractive men. They put them in a different category. You're in a different tier, bro. You're a premium vehicle today. Seriously. And a lot of y'all are not giving yourself enough credit. You're in a different box, bro. Okay, and guys, men today, they have nothing to show for. And women know it instinctively. Like women, again, you can't debate real attraction. A lot of men, guys, and especially in the modern age, all these women, they're so used to all these beta males. They're so accustomed to all these weak men who are always looking for validation. They're double texting women. They're sending them, good morning texts every single day. They're trying to be witty. They're trying to be funny. They're trying to be the jokester, right? And, they're afraid. They're scared of losing the girl. And women can pick up on that. They can pick on that energy. really fast, I'm telling you. And if you've been around the block like me, you know exactly where I'm coming from with this. Women can smell that weak beta male energy. But guys, on the flip side, if you're attractive and you're confident, you're not looking for validation, you don't need to double text women. You don't need to be, at the center of the attention all the time. Women really sense that, bro. They can smell that confidence. They can notice that aura. Okay? And this is so apparent to me. Because guys, I'm sure a lot of you attractive fellas, you're not beating around the bush. You're not trying to you're not seeking for attention. You're not wreaking insecurity like all these other men. And so you're in a different boat, bro. That alone puts you like in the top 1% of men. Seriously. Because most guys are not him. They're trying to, this is why so many men try to appear a certain way. Okay? By buying a lot of things. And again, for the record, I'm not gonna say that looks are everything, because I would be wrong. I'm not gonna be one of these guys. Definitely, you need to, as a man, you need to be successful across the board. You need to be the complete package, okay, in flesh. You can't just be good looking and be empty inside, bro, and be a little bitch. That doesn't work. You need to have everything in order. But so, guys, I don't want to get sidetracked here, but work on your looks, and women will put you in a different category. Seriously, and this is all confirmed, bro. It's up in the air. Just look it up. Women are naturally drawn to attractive men. Because most attractive men on average, they're confident, they're not, wreaking insecurity, bro. They're not seeking attention. They're not desperate. They're not simping for these girls. And so, guys, and I'm gonna make a bold claim here. I think the vast majority of women have never really met a truly attractive guy. Never. I mean, some of them have, but usually they've been dumped. They were kind of, it didn't really work out. And so a lot of women, some of these girls have dated one in the past, but most of them, I think the vast majority of women have never really been in that situation where they're challenged with a guy who's actually better looking than them and who has choice. And he's not living in scarcity. He has abundance. And women hate that, but at the same time, they love it. Okay? Number 3. And this is going to be a big one, guys. Seriously, we're going to drop the asteroid here. As an attractive guy, you don't need techniques. You don't need all these gimmicks. You don't need all these pickup lines. You don't need game so much. I mean, seriously, you need game to a certain degree, but you don't need to be this, super great pickup guy. No, it doesn't work. Because women can sense it. It's fake. And especially today with ChatGPT and all these fucking, dating coaches, bro, it doesn't work. Seriously. You need to be original. You need to be authentic. And so a lot of men, average men, they need pickup lines. They need tricks. They need to, they need to have something that will compensate for their lack of looks or for their lack of physical appeal. But with you, bro, it's all about your presence. It's all about the confidence that you exude, bro. You only really compete with yourself. You're competing with your lifestyle and your standards. That's really what it comes down to, bro. You don't need to you don't need to try to be you don't need to compete with the Joneses, seriously. Because you're in your own lane. You're competing in a different league. And so, guys, it's all about your presence. And women notice it, bro. Women, guys, I really want you to understand this, because it is really hard to break it down without really sounding like a prick. But guys, your presence alone, your confidence, your silence, your mystery, your aura will do the job. That's everything you need, seriously. You sometimes, bro, and if you don't believe me, there was this one clip of this, what's his name? He's a very famous actor. Michel Moran. Okay? Michel Moran. He's like an Italian Chad in his 40s, I believe. There's a really, really, really famous clip of him with Megan Fox, where she's literally talking to him about SpongeBob, because he was mispronouncing SpongeBob, and she was meeting his gaze, and she was sitting really close to him, and he didn't say anything, bro. He just said SpongeBob, and he just gazed at her. He locked eyes with her, and she was crumbling. Bro, at that point he had her. Even though she had a guy, she has kids, but that's all he needed. He just locked eyes with her. Guys, that's everything. Your presence will do the job. Okay? You don't need all these tricks. Guys, toss it out the window. You don't need it. And this is something that, guys, this took me a long time to realize. Because when I was growing up, I was kind of like chunky. I was kind of clunky. I was not really, going on the right path. But after my glow up, man, I've realized that a lot of the things that I've learned about dating as a teenager, it doesn't really apply to me now. Because the dating market it has changed so much, guys. Like it's in a whole different level today than what it was 10 years ago. Like, guys, 10 years ago, I could debate like 10 years ago or 15 years ago. Literally, you could go up to a random chick. You could strike up a conversation with some random pickup line, and it will work. I think so. But dating apps, social media, Instagram specifically, bro, they've literally altered the whole landscape of dating. It's no longer the same. So now you need a lot more. This is why so many of these guys are so desperate. This is why so many of these women are so entitled. They're so arrogant. They're so picky because we are so rare. Okay? So you really have to understand this. Number 4. And this is also a big one, guys. This is gonna hit home with a lot of you. Men don't compete with attractive men. They either submit to them or they will avoid them. They will distance themselves from them. Why? Because, guys, and I'm sure you've been there. Like, I'm sure you've been in this exact situation. Guys, you walk into a room and all the eyes are on you. Okay? Women are looking your way. They're scanning you up and down. They're playing with their hair. They're flirting with you. Some of them might even approach you if they're actually bold. But all these men, they're going to tone down. They're going to start looking down. They're going to, a lot of men will usually, become quiet, even though, the venue was really loud, like before you walked in, right? But you're going to notice that tension. You're going to notice that subtle energy shift. It's no longer the same. Why? Because you're challenging them. And men are not comfortable with that. They're going to, and a lot of them, at the back of their mind, a lot of these guys will judge you. They will think that you're some prick, even though they don't know you, bro. Right off the bat, okay? And a lot of these things will usually get out of hand. But hey, it's not your fault, especially if you're a good guy to begin with. You're not toxic. You're not trying to be a douche. You're not trying to be some asshole, okay? Then it's not your fault, bro. But most of these guys, they will tone down. They will be intimidated by you. They will be jealous, bro. Seriously. And trust me, I've lived for a while now, and I've experienced this so many times, bro. I've had so many encounters and so many, situations where I was challenged, where I was very chill, bro. I didn't want to be confrontational. I didn't want to try to start any fights, bro. But these guys will not get it. Okay? So that's the real thing. That's the bottom line. You're going to be in your own lane. And this sounds like I have such a huge ego by saying this. But guys, really, really try to comprehend this. And last but not least, number 5. This is also a really big one. As an attractive guy, you create your own game. You create a whole different standard. And so a lot of these guys, they can't compete with you. You're competing in a whole different league. Which goes back to my first point. As an attractive guy, you have little to no competition. Even though a lot of women, some of these girls, they're talking to multiple men who are attractive or who might be just as good looking as you. Guys, we're so few in between. Maybe there's gonna be 3 of us out of 100 guys that are messaging a chick. Right? And that's my point. You're creating your own league. Most of these guys, they can't, run after you, man. They can't keep up with you. Seriously. So, guys, really work on your looks and craft your own lane. Don't be bothered. Like, don't be bothered by all the criticism, by all the, hate that you're going to get. Because, guys, trust me, it's going to come your way. You're going to be subject to it. And so you're competing in your own lane. You're competing in a whole different world. And women know it. And seriously, guys, trust me. Women value that attention from you on a whole different level compared to all these men. Guys, women do it, bro. They do it. Like, if a chick gets a really good, if a chick gets a compliment from you, she's gonna put it on a pedestal. But if she gets it from some average dude that doesn't really arouse her, he's being boring, he's not being seductive, like, guys, she's gonna brush it off. It doesn't matter to her, right? She values it. Like, she's gonna place it on a whole different level. So that this is a real thing. Women value that attention from attractive men differently. They're gonna, you're going to like be met with a lot of games. You're going to like be rectified a lot. Some of these women will try to humble you. A lot of these girls will pretend like you're not there. They will avoid you. They will ignore you. They will act like, some of these girls will, they will play all these goofy games with you to try to stand out. They will try to get your attention. That's really what they're doing. But really, guys, you're competing in your own lane, and really nurture it, bro. Keep working on yourself, and don't feel bad. Don't feel bad about yourself for being attractive. I know a lot of men will try to humble you. They will try to like correct you in front of women. A lot of men will usually do that. They will try to like humiliate you. They will try to like, give you advice, right? But bro, don't bite it, bro. Seriously. Just be you. And sorry, guys, my camera just stopped recording for no reason. But anyway, guys, really, you're competing in a different league. You're creating your own league. So you're like a Ferrari in the dating marketplace. You don't have to like be bothered by all these Toyotas, all these Cadillacs, all these Chevys. It doesn't matter. Women will always put your attention on a pedestal. That's your massive leverage, bro. Seriously. So don't be bothered by it. Don't be double texting women. Don't look for female validation, bro. Don't try to be a little pickup artist, bro. It's not going to work. Actually, in actuality, you're going to lower your value on the totem pole if women notice you're being a little bit off. So, guys, be composed, be fine, don't be goofy, and be in your lane. Be a little groovy and confident and cocky, and it's going to work. Trust me. So, anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you for watching, and please check out my Instagram account if y'all want to connect with me. Yeah. See you guys.